The orcs have been repelled, and their warboss has been defeated. But this war is far from over. The orcs still threaten to overcome several major population centers, and could mass more than a large enough force to overwhelm the Imperial armies present on the planet. We have bought time, nothing more. But this is no longer a primary concern. Our scouts have recovered evidence that the forces of Chaos, the great enemy, may be operating on this planet, right under our very noses. We must face this foe wherever they stand. If there is even a chance that they are here, we must seek them out and destroy them. Inquisitor Toth is demanding that we leave the planet, but of all the powers his position grants him, commandeering a space marine company is not one of them. I must admit that I find his presence unwelcome so soon after the events on my homeworld of Cyrene. Inquisitors have a way of inflaming a guilty conscience, and that I do not need right now.
Oh good, they're building the base for me this time.
This warp storm could trap us here for a month or for a century. We cannot risk staying here. We must evacuate Tartarus before it arrives in 3 days' time.
The Imperial Guard and Holy Fleet can attend to the evacuation. The Blood Ravens have more pressing matters to contend with.
Such as?
I believe agents of Chaos have taken strong root here.
I sense no taint here. Even so, were there a Chaos presence on Tartarus? It is better we leave them here with the orcs than waste more lives fighting them. We could wish no worse fate for either of our enemies, and to be trapped with the other. But we must leave here now.
That is a matter for my brothers and I to decide. We will use these 3 days to settle our affairs and satisfy our suspicions. Meanwhile, you have our transports to facilitate evacuation.
Colonel Brom, the captain and I must attend to matters of faith. If you would leave us, please.
But surely this involves me as a...
Forgive me for not being clear on the matter. I said please, when in fact I meant now.
This does involve him. You should have shown him a modicum of respect.
Captain, you uncovered extensive heresy on your home world. Cyrene, was it?
That has nothing to do with the events here on Tartarus.
But I believe they do. You requested the Inquisition undertake an exterminatus, the destruction of your planet's entire populace, which we obliged.
I still fail to see...
Captain, I am not questioning your loyalty, but I must wonder if your actions on Cyrene have not affected your judgment. Perhaps that was a poor choice of words. I merely fear that you might see chaos, but it does not exist. I ask that as a loyal subject of the Emperor, you serve the Imperium's interest before your own agenda.
Captain, that Inquisitor had no right to speak to you in such manner. But perhaps he is right. The coming storm will trap our enemies here, where they can consume one another.
And what if the forces of Chaos escape the system before the storm? No. We will not use this freak occurrence as an excuse to avoid our enemies, or our responsibility.
Yeah.
They are here for a reason.
Yeah.
And we will discover that reason.
We are with you, brother Captain, as always. The humans are coming your way in full force. You should hear their heavy feet long before you see them, and smell them long before that.
And now the pointy ears are here. Just what we need. Elves.
Orbital
Eldar.
Command has indicated the dropship landed in this general proximity. We've discovered a path, Captain. It's obvious someone has been digging here.
Cut by orcs?
I've never seen an orc lend such a careful hand to a task.
If it wasn't orcs, then it must be the forces of Chaos.
Oh, well, that was kind of dumb.
We will follow this path and discover
oh,
the
the Eldar
truth
killed
behind
them.
what has transpired here.
Okay, if I got
Ill
4
command.
heroes, that's fucking cool.
The sacred artifact will now be available to us.
Yes,
Construct
most
it, and
beneficent
we will
one.
have access to powerful abilities.
I will do your
Alright, well, base
best.
building time, I guess.
Faith is our shield.
Here to serve. Initializing build protocol.
On my way. A glorious one for the Imperium.
Alright, looks like we're going to need to build up resources before we base build a bit. That means capping points. This little
I
task
serve
force isn't too bad.
mankind.
It should serve our initial needs.
I am ready to
We're giving
pass
each of the characters a
judgment.
bit of a bodyguard retinue. Give some flamers to the guys with the Inquisitor. You know they like that kind of thing.
On alert, brothers.
Still,
The
we've
enemy
got
must
Chaos
be nearby.
Orcs and Eldar potentially all on the same map.
Confirmed.
We're going to have our work cut out for us. Now, I
Agreed.
believe I saw the Eldar ambush us in the cutscene up this end. So I guess this is where we get to fight them next. Yep, there's the corpses.
For terror. We are united in his service. We
Eldar,
shall know no fear.
do you want to ambush us some more? Okay, let's cap the point.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
So they cared enough to kill those 2 scouts in the cutscene, but they're happy to let us have this in a more general sense.
Yes.
None can stand before the Inquisition.
Get a couple more. Actually, no, we need to save the resources for building up the base. 250 needed for that. Okay.
Defending objective.
And still no sign of
My
the Eldar.
faith is my shield.
I'm very
For
confused.
terror.
Oh well, maintain the advance.
Confirmed. For terror.
So there's literally nothing down there. It's just a dead end with a strategic point. So why did they kill those scouts? That legitimately confuses me. Oh, well, I suppose it was just to show that they're in the area and fucking things up.
My faith is my shield.
We've got to find
Agreed.
something to fight sooner or later, surely.
Follow my
Orcs.
lead.
Yep.
Attack. For the honor of the chapter. Wait. They weren't attacking. They were fleeing.
What could inspire fear in an orc?
For the glory
I'm
of the
gonna
Emperor.
guess Chaos or Eldar.
Faith and duty.
Well, let's start capping this point and see who
no
shows up
such
to
thing
stop
as
us.
This day shall be a glorious
reason
one for the Imperium.
I am prepared.
No sign of resistance yet.
Yes, Lord.
That upgrade's still building. I think we're just going to need to wait for a bit, honestly. Get our resources up, get a base up, then we can start exploring. I'll probably go fast forward here. Okay, so, as you can probably tell, I built up the forces a bit, just taking a bit of time to get the resources. And we've even got some dreadies. We unlocked a new pattern for this mission, the Hellfire Dreadnought. Gets rid of both of its combat arms in favour of an assault cannon and a missile pod. So in other words, I think we're about ready for
On
anything
alert,
that could cross our
brothers.
path.
The enemy must be nearby.
So, begin the advance, please.
Confirmed.
Actually, let's make that an A move, just to play safe.
By my command.
And
Something is
Dreadnoughts
not right
too.
here. These orc bodies do not
can I
look like
serve?
they were dispatched by Imperial hands. We must proceed with caution.
Or with an army.
Today, the enemy shall know fear.
Let's proceed with an army.
Agreed. We are united.
Here they come. Take them on.
Presence of the forces of chaos.
Be it Eldar or Chaos. I will have answers
For the
either way.
glory
Press
of the
on.
Emperor.
My aim shall not
Oh
falter.
dear, oh dear, oh dear.
We are united in his service.
You know, I somehow don't think the mission was planning for me to have a whole army by this stage.
Even in death,
Not that that'll stop me. That just makes it funny.
Faith is our shield.
I do feel kind of bad about this because Eldar are my favourite faction in 40k. Just because they are some of the snobbiest bastards you could ever hope to meet. On the other hand, well, right, so let's get some whirlwinds. They could be handy later. 3, yeah, that'll do. Oh good, we've secured the perimeter.
I am ready to pass judgment.
Yeah, there's all our squads. Good.
It is better to die for the
Let's send the dreads
than live
ahead.
for yourself.
I reckon the dreads can deal with near any of this.
By his word. To me, my brothers.
Wait for the others to catch up.
Mission accomplished.
Uh-oh, what the fuck is that?
What is it you desire? It will be done. I will see that it happens.
Actually, I think the turret can take care of that.
On my way.
Yeah, they're just getting mown down. That is very careless by Eldar
I will
standards.
see that it happens.
Command
Right,
me.
dreads. Let's
Moving on.
investigate. Down here is nothing.
Take me into battle.
Advance up the narrow pass.
Die! Die!
Dark Reapers, fall back. We need Rhino transport tanks.
Do
They
we?
will allow us to get through unscathed and attack the Dark Reapers on those cliffs above.
I mean, this is working fine.
To me, my brothers.
Rhino transports are now available. Build them at the machine cult.
I'm kind of going against the mission here.
Take me into battle.
It's all very well saying, yes, you will build rhinos at this section, but
I will
honestly,
crush
dreads are
those
doing
who
the
stand
trick.
before me.
Go up and secure this
I
next
will
point.
crush those who stand before me.
Oh, they have Vipers. Oh, warp spiders too. Nothing we can't handle at least. Oh, he's squashed. Goodbye.
I will crush those who stand
You
before
know, I
me.
think in my haste to prepare for this fight, I might have over-prepared. Oh, Falcon Grav Tank. Yeah, I think we're taking care of this one easily enough.
Taking heavy fire.
No, just build more of those, please.
Even in death, I still serve. Die! Die! Die!
They do not have any anti-tank weapons. The dreads are tearing them to pieces.
Today the enemy shall know
I mean, we
fear.
killed all the Dark Reapers. Yes, we can fight our way up the cliff. Yeah, you know what? Let's
By
just
my
send the
command.
armies.
Attack!
They can force their way that way while the dreads come up
Command
here.
me. It is better to die for the Emperor
Then live for yourself. Yes, I'm quite aware. It's all you ever say. Hell yeah, whirlwinds.
I will crush those who stand before
Although,
me.
honestly, this might not be the map for them. I just find it impossibly cute that it expected me to deploy rhinos when I have whirlwinds. I don't need to circumvent it with troop transports if I can just nuke it. Oh, Dark Reapers came back. He's still overpowered them in firepower though. Yeah, it definitely wasn't expecting me to just trot an army through this event, was it?
I will purge the unclean.
Well, I guess this just makes it more entertaining to watch. I don't think we avoided the ambush, I think we nuked it. Go and secure the
Space
point, please.
Marines, advance!
Yes, and the whirlwinds up to join the main force. Is this snow? This is supposed to be like naked rock, I
I
remember.
am prepared.
Oh, the dreads are doing their job, yeah. Nothing to get through. probably assign those to hotkeys at some point, but no rush for it.
While the enemies of the Emperor still
Cap
draw
this.
breath, there can be no peace.
So this is a dead end, it seems like. But with a path up the
What's
cliff.
your order?
Let's just send a...
Stay vigilant.
Oh, there's
brothers.
nothing over there, just bodies.
Moving out.
Oh, you don't have heavy weapons. Let's go for plasma guns.
What would you have me do?
And you don't. Oh, you're just missing a dude. Okay. Yeah, everyone else is pretty much how I want it.
Walk softly.
Turns out we don't need the whirlwind
Carry
here.
a big gun.
Go and join the main force, please. Or the dread force.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Yes, yes, whirlwind artillery tanks.
Position secure.
Daddy loves you. You don't need to keep saying your own name.
My faith is my shield.
Well then, let's continue the push.
For terror.
But we'll get one of the squads to stop and
Knowledge is
cap the
power.
point.
Hide it well.
Probably Isidore. He spends most of his time bitching anyway. More upgrades. More upgrades. Ooh, apothecaries. Healing units. We absolutely want some of those. Tag them onto the squads that don't have support commanders and see how they go.
It is better to die for the
Right.
Emperor than
Dreads
for
can
yourself.
start their stage at the
Take me
advance.
into battle. I will be there soon.
I feel confident that they can probably take whatever's up this hill. Yeah, they can. Oh, and the whirlwinds are joining in too. Of course they are. Hey, careful with those whirlwinds. You're more likely to hurt us.
Whirlwind artillery
At
tank
last, back to war. Apothecary ready. To me, my brothers. Take me into battle. Apothecary ready. I will purge the unclean.
Oh god, they keep spawning in as if they can possibly do anything against these dreadnoughts. Yeah, it really doesn't seem like it planned for this, even though it's a map of narrow corridors. So yeah, I'd take the small profile, highly mobile battle tanks on legs.
At least we know that the Orcs and Eldar are not in league together.
When one enemy attacks another, it does not mean they aren't in league. Just that they are living up to their lack of honor.
And those who lack honor deserve death.
Well, there's some orcs. I mean, yeah, by all means, let's bring up the whirlwinds and let them do their thing.
Better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Why are you throwing yourselves at us? We're clearly going after the orcs next. Can't we wait? Well, we bomb the fuck out of this base. Actually, this could be funny. I've got an idea.
Hide it well.
Isidore, disconnect from those boys.
They are close.
Getting into position. Scouts awaiting orders on patrol.
I stand ready.
Oh, we actually need scout infiltration. I didn't research it the first time around, but then to be fair, I didn't think I'd need to. Come off and join the army, please. Yeah, nothing we can't deal with. Scouts are on their way up from the main army. Start attaching the apothecaries to units.
Who requires my aid? Who requires my aid? Who requires my aid?
Now, I'm going to take a guess here and assume you're about to say who requires my aid.
Who requires my aid? At
Yeah,
your
see,
command.
you're very
Fear
predictable
our
for a
wrath.
medic. Where are the scouts? Oh, they're
Yes, my
there.
lord.
We need
Scouts
to go
advance.
invisible
I sense
and
danger.
run into that base to spot for our artillery. Why? Because it amuses me. Oh, the Eldar can they just go right?
Command me.
Right, go this
Identify
way.
target.
Deal with that problem.
Yes, my lord.
While the scouts,
Scouts
completely
advance.
invisible,
The
spot
enemy
for the
is
whirlwind. Oh Christ! Didn't see.
Set
Yeah,
to
if you can
commence.
not shoot our own boys, whirlwinds.
We will move ahead and mark any enemy positions.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. An easy objective.
Scouts in position. Yes, my lord. Yes,
Oh, wait.
my lord.
Why are you driving? No! Why? Did not order. Did not order. Out, 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 out. Okay, fuck it.
Venerate the immortal emperor.
Heaven knows I tried.
Scouts in position.
Those orcs aren't going to leave the whirlwinds alone now, so I really need to just... Yeah. Here's the door.
Step on the road
Do
to
what you don't.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Oh, wait, no, this can be salvaged. You guys are doing fine.
I am the instrument of his will.
Yeah, you got this.
There is no such thing as innocence.
Door, do your thing.
Scouts ready. Yes, my lord.
I stand ready. None can stand before us. I can sense the enemy.
You know what, you can fall back now, Isidore. It's taken care of.
Through discipline, we obey. I
If this isn't working yet, this is too slow. Send in the army.
At your command.
Don't unveil the scouts though, because they'll get fucking mullered.
Unguarded, I shall never tire.
Space Marines. Burn the Xenos filth in the Emperor's name, because you got very, very specimen who do not get enough sex. Actually, it's really unclear if Space Marines even still have genitalia. Really left unclear, because there's very little else human about them. Oh, look at that fire pouring in. That's what we like to see.
On alert, brothers. The enemy
Anything
must
left?
be nearby. For the
Anybody
Emperor.
left?
For terror.
Some
My
barbarous.
aim shall not
And a pile of guns. They'll destroy it.
Whirlwind here.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for
It
yourself.
looks like we've got a clean shot at the final stretch. That's as well.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. It will be done.
For
Join
the
the main
glory
battle force,
of the
please.
Emperor.
Right, did we lose anyone? A scout. I mean, completely wiping out a Xenos base in exchange for one scout.
Today the
And a
enemy shall
bit of
know
damage to
fear.
some whirlwinds. I think we can sustain that. All in all, we can call that a success.
I am ready to
Talking of
serve.
successes,
Again.
Yeah. Dreadnoughts just...
Identifying targets.
Honestly, just A-moving them is doing
Establishing
so
a
much good.
secondary base near this location will give us a forward position with which to engage the enemy.
Do we need one, though? Don't think we need one.
Walk softly and carry
Fuck
a
it.
big gun.
This is where we need to go.
Follow me
Even
into
in
battle.
death, I
Everybody
still
A-move.
Artillery tank here.
Unless I tell you otherwise. Oh, that was a bad wall pin. Christ, they got creamed. Maintain the advance, blood ravens. Let's go and see what they were busy excavating. One dreadnought's taking the front like a... Well, I was going to say like a man with balls of steel, but he literally does. Yeah. Yes, fan out, brothers. Purge this cavern. And admittedly, the Eldar... No, they did attack first, I suppose. They fired on us, and the Imperial is horribly unreasonable. But at the same time, they didn't try diplomacy, so I don't really see it as my problem. Oh my god, they just keep sending more and more to their deaths. This is hilarious. Whirlwinds, just sanctify the hill, please. Oof, those bounties are nasty and melee. Oh my god, they're just pouring off that ridge. Dreads. Get the dreads up. Ah, warp gates. Take them down. Oh, that guy just took a whirlwind rocket right to the face. Actually, let's get the whirlwinds up on the hill. Oh my word, they are still walking in dudes out there.
He who stands with me shall be my
Push.
brother.
Are they still walking in dudes up here? There's the gate.
We are united in his service. Follow my lead.
Okay, I think that's everything cleared.
Walk softly.
Gabe, you and Isidore need to come over here so we can finish the objective. Let's see exactly what's been excavated here, because I'd be interested to know myself. Fan out and secure the perimeter. I think we can call this a rousing success.
Yes. How can I serve? The Emperor protects.
Let's see what's going on here.
So the good Inquisitor senses no chaos here. How fortunate for the Imperium that such keen-eyed eagles stand vigil over her gates.
What dark crafts have these Eldar invoked?
None. At least not here. The servants of Chaos sacrificed this poor guardsman themselves.
To what end, Isidore?
I know not. I believe the altar is a marker, a waypoint, in a map that leads elsewhere. Someone defaced many portions of text. Regardless of what Chaos seeks here, the altar requires a sacrifice of blood, or more likely, a life.
Brother Isidore, you have an hour to study the altar. Document everything as is our tradition. Then burn it, lest its taint infect us all.
But Gabriel, there is much to learn from here. We should not be too eager to...
Learn what? Chaos does not teach. It misleads and it betrays. There is nothing to learn here, save for our next course. These transports have been damaged somehow. Make the repairs, and be quick.
Oh yeah, the rhinos I totally never built.
Well, brother Isidore, what betrayal have you wrought? Disabling your own vehicles?
What?
Harboring artifacts, despite your good captain's instructions?
Gabriel does not understand. He does not appreciate the significance of this.
No, but I do.
Quiet, heretic. Once I find what you seek, I will use it against you for the glory of the Emperor and my brothers.
You wish to deal me a harsh blow, to prove your strength and worth. Well, then come to me. I wait at Mount Korath.
Have no fear, sorcerer. I will be there.
Isidore, I can't say I'm happy about this. I might have to reference you to HR, because this just isn't the way to do things. Oh well, see you all for the next mission.
Yeah.